Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we will be following the recipe of Stovetop Kisses brown butter pecan chocolate chip cookies. Now, instead of pecans, we decided to use walnuts. And let me tell you, these cookies were so easy to make and they were so good. I cannot wait for you guys to try them. All the details will be below in the description box. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Here, I'm going to begin to brown my butter. I'm using 2 sticks and I'm going to place them in the pan on a medium-high heat. Now, you don't want it too hot because you don't want to burn your butter. It would just go wrong. So I'm just going to let it simmer until it begins to look like this. Nice, foamy, and brown. Once you get here, then you're going to set it aside and let it cool. So here we're going to begin to mix in some of our dry ingredients. I have 1 cup packed brown sugar, a half a cup of white sugar, and then you're going to take all of your brown butter and mix it in. So I'm going to begin to crack my 2 eggs in. Yeah, my eggs are being so ghetto. I promise I know how to crack an egg, so please don't mind that. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and add in my 1 tablespoon of vanilla and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to just begin to mix everything in till I get a nice smooth consistency before we start adding the remainder of the dry ingredient. So for the remainder of the dry ingredients, we're going to go ahead and mix in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. Finally, we're going to go ahead and mix in 1½ cup of chocolate chips. And then I'm going to remove the whisk because you don't want to whisk your dough because it's dough. And then I'm going to use my silicone spatula to begin to fold in all my ingredients. So I began just to keep folding and make sure that I removed all of the flour and the dry ingredients from the sides of the bowl to make sure that everything was incorporated into all of my dough. So as you see, it's just mixing all in and starting to look a lot like cookie dough. As I continued to fold everything in, I was very surprised at how everything came together. Now, this is my first time making this recipe, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I was so excited because I love cookies. Like, I'm like the human cookie monster in my house, okay? So, to see it starting to foam and just look like regular cookie dough, store-bought cookie dough, had me so. Now you want to go ahead and cover your cookies and pop them in the fridge for 1 hour. So while my cookies are chilling, I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 350. After 1 hour of chilling, my cookies are now nice and settled and ready to be placed on the baking sheet. Now, I will recommend that you use a smaller ice cream scooper than I did because I realized that they were kind of big. But that's alright, we're still going to go with it. So as I stated in the beginning, instead of pecans, we decided to use walnuts. So I just wanted to go ahead and press out my cookie some like so. And then I added in a few more chocolate chips and the walnuts on top and just kind of pressed them into the cookies before I put them in the oven to bake. Oh, and don't forget to please grease your aluminum foil or whatever baking sheet that you're using. I know mine look a little homemade, and it is, but it worked, okay? After baking for 8 to 10 minutes, the cookies are finally done. Guys, when I say these cookies are so good, and the fact that they're so easy to make, they're probably the best cookies that I've ever had. And I'm not even gonna lie. They are just so moist and so gooey. Oh my goodness, I'm getting so excited just even talking about it right now. Look at that. Look at that. Just amazing. And then I had to take a bite. Let me tell y'all, just thank me later. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank me later. Thank you for watching. All the details will be below in the description box, and let me know what you think once you try this recipe.